Hi, Bernie MacDonald, Education Officer with the Talbot Centre. My question is to Sinead. Were the heroin and the cocaine always identified separately, or is there any sign of speedballing?
Okay, so when we're analysing the syringes, there's blood in the syringes as well, so it's hard to tell whether the substance is actually in the syringe or whether it's in the blood that's in the syringe. So it'd be impossible for me to say that, really. Yeah.
Okay. One question here.
Hello, it's just a comment for the chemists who are left in the room. Forensic Science Ireland would never report a positive result on a library match alone. It also utilises an external reference standard. I'd just like to clarify, make that very clear for the audience. Thank you very much.
I appreciate that, but this, if you're talking about the...
No, I'm not making any comment on your work. Your work is fine. I'm just saying for public knowledge that is what we do. Thank you very much, Sinead.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think it's just the difference there between, I suppose, drug intelligence data and prosecution data. It's just the differential.
It's a harm reduction approach that we took for Electric Picnic. It's just to try and reduce the harm, basically. So we're not prosecuting anybody, so we don't need to go into that kind of level of detail for that.
Yeah. I just had one quick question. Oh, yeah, sorry, no, yeah.
How are you? My name is Ryan McHale. I have a question for Nicki about the Electric Picnic. The back of house testing has been very successful. In terms of front of house, is there any new challenges that brings forward, or are there any benefits as well? What's the difference?
Thank you. Yeah, so we know there's many benefits to the front of house approach. So front of house, sorry, and I didn't go into that for the audience. So front of house is a drug checking service where the drugs are brought into the service and the person is given an individualised response. So there's obviously many benefits to that, in that you're giving the person the substances and a tailored intervention based on body weight, gender, many factors and what's in the substance. We reviewed that as part of our working group, and we listed the benefits, but we also know that there's going to be a number of challenges for us to apply that, and it'll take some time. So in the interim, we, I suppose, have to try every way we can to get substances, because we can't wait. That will take time, and it will take legislative and policy change. It's not something that will happen, very soon. So I suppose our kind of goal at the moment is, how can we use back of house syringe analysis? We're looking at wastewater. Any way we can to pick up indicators of what's in circulation. But we do recognise the benefits and continue to link with our colleagues in the front of house services in Europe on that. But yeah, they are very different approaches. But in terms of the emerging data from the Loop, in particular in the UK, it's starting to be more recognised that back of house can have benefits if it's coupled with harm reduction. So the volunteer work on the ground, getting out to universities, improving the integration of that to support the back of house will be what's really needed.
Just one question I had. For 4 of the 42 or 46 that weren't analysed or weren't identified, do you have any initial indicator as to what kind of class of compound they are, or do they seem like...
They were labelled. So one of them was labelled 1P LSD. I can't remember off the top of my head what the other 3, but they were. One of them was from a submission on its own, and the other 3 were from the Psychonaut submission. So they were labelled. Mm-hmm. So we are going to try and get them confirmed, but I would suspect that they will match their label.
Yeah. Okay. And for that package that was, kind of wrapped up and posted in, did they seem like, were they materials that the person had synthesized themselves, or did they seem like they'd been purchased, or can you tell?
We couldn't tell. I would imagine they'd purchased them, but they were all very neatly labelled. There was a number of tabs, some powders. There was even instruction for us to use PPE when we were, so...
Terrific. Okay. Very good. Okay. Thank you. I'll stop asking science questions now. Any last questions from anywhere? No. Okay. Listen. Thank you. I just once again say a very big thank you to Brid, Nicki, and Sinead for such fantastic talks, and hand back over to Brian.
Okay. So we'll take that. Okay. Thank you very much, Yvonne, and to all the chairs who've done a superb job. They don't have the starring roles that the speakers have, but I think they are valued today, if that's the right expression. Thanks to the hotel, who've been very accommodating to all our requests, and the crew from AVC, who did a really seamless and invisible job, so we're very happy with that. If I've forgotten anybody else, I'm sorry. But okay, that's it. Thank you very much.